I like to think of our sport as an opportunity to play. P-L-A-Y. Not work, play. Yes, there's a time for work, hard work. No substitute for hard work, right? But there's also a component of what we do that we're playing. And when we remember that and we really live that life of a playful athlete or a playful person, it's fun, it's creative, it's inspiring. People, it's contagious. People kind of depend on our good sense of attitude and humor, right? I think that playfulness is also not a lost art, but parents kind of squeeze it out of their kids. I just recently was having some people over to my house, and I was having a really good time with them, and they were having a good time, and I was teaching them playful games, and we were on my basketball court, and it was great and fun and competitive, and it got a little intense at time. And my friend afterwards thanked me, and he sent me a text and said, "Hey, thanks for having my family over. We kept it's their family, and I kept my distance, but I could guide them in some of these drills." But his comment afterwards, and I had to come back and challenge him on it, he says, "But next time we come over, we'll have them work a lot harder." And I immediately came back and I said, "Listen, I understand that you have to work as far as basketball goes on your conditioning and your shooting, and you have to really put in that extra time and maybe keep count of all the makes that you do, and it's work. It's sometimes it's hard work. You break a sweat, and you can also do that while you're having a lot of fun, while you're laughing and you're lighthearted, so it doesn't feel like it's another check off the box, another piece of homework that you have to do." One of the things that I am so grateful for is, as a child, particularly before the technology boom, right, and telephone, mobile phones and internet and everything and video games, that we got to play. That's all we did. We'd go somewhere, there was nothing else to do. We didn't really have a lot of access to Netflix and Amazon Prime and all the television stations. So you ended up playing, and you developed that sort of spirit and that sense of playfulness. It's a fact that younger people don't seem to have that same kind of opportunity, that playfulness, and parents have to be there with their kids. And instead of going out to the field or the court, it's not quite as safe maybe as it was back when I was growing up. So that element of play is huge and important. I was walking with the drummer of the Grateful Dead, Mickey Hart, and he plays the drums, right? Obviously it's work for him. It's his profession. It's how he's made his millions of dollars. It's how he's become famous as a 55-plus-year-old band that's still in existence with John Mayer called the Dead and Company. But Mickey was really passionate about talking to me about his playfulness, that if he loses that, if it's just about being in the studio and cranking out new songs, because he has his own production company, and it's just about the work of music, then he loses his spark. He loses the joy and the creativity in that. So my question again, always coming back to you, and I'm not apologizing, but I'm just reminding you, I'm always bringing it back to you, is to look at your own life. And I know it's a little weird right now, being locked down with COVID, but how good are you? How easy is it for you to sort of tap into that playful spirit and that joyful fun, the kid within you? Sometimes just looking at pictures of yourself when you were a kid helps. Sometimes talking to people who were part of your past when you were younger helps, because it gets those juices flowing, and that kind of memory triggers some type of something in your brain that makes you feel youthful again. So encourage you to go back into your youth, whether it's through pictures, talking to people, or just closing your eyes and remembering some of those times when you were really lighthearted and free, and you were joyful about what you were doing, and then bring that into now. Be that today. Have some fun today. Play today. Today's the day. to play.